All right, I'm TJ Rogan from Overmind.com. We're here today with two members of Chiodos. Why don't you guys, you know what? I think everyone should know who you guys are at this point.
Craig.
So why don't we start this off like we have most of these interviews today and say, if you could describe your band's sound for those ridiculous people who've never actually heard you yet, but you only have one word and it can't be a genre or an onomatopoeia.
It's got to be an onomatopoeia?
Can't be an onomatopoeia.
Can't. Awesome.
Eclectic.
Why would it be awesomely eclectic?
Because I just think our music's really great. I think it's passionate and honest, and I think that we've gone through ups and downs and trials, and I think you can hear all the personalities. It's not contrived. It's what rock and roll should be, I think. And not to say that we're the best musicians, but I think we're pretty good at what it is that we do. And so overall, I think the passion really drowns out talent anyway, so that equals awesome.
Dynamics, melody. I mean, you know, music stuff. You know?
You said yourself, you're fairly awesome musicians, but with Warped Tour, it's very interesting because Warped Tour has about 1,000 bands on it,
Right.
and a lot of them are just the upcoming bands, and they don't have the same, I guess, I don't know if they call it street cred, but can we call you guys, you have good street cred?
Sure,
Is that a good
sure.
way to call it?
The OGs.
You can say that.
So what would you give as advice to all these upcoming musicians, even if they're not on Warped Tour, they're just playing like small bar shows?
To keep going, to not stop, and to not try and sell as many records as you can, because I think so many bands are doing that so fast. I think what you should do is chase your passion and chase the sound that you want, and make sure that you're having fun and doing it for the right reasons, and all that other stuff just comes.
Work hard, play hard, be yourself.
So kind of going with this theme of these independent artists, being such a large band, do you guys ever, go and support those small bands? And if you do, what bands that are just really small definitely need the recognition?
Oh my gosh, there's a million. Yeah, I think we kind of pride ourselves on that. I think we always have. It's not something that we take credit for, but it's something that we're proud of. Is always sticking out and sticking next to the up-and-coming musicians that are really talented and genuine. I mean, there's a ton on this tour. Five Knives is really good. Tonight Alive. There's a lot of really great and up-and-coming bands.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, definitely my favorite band on this tour is Let Live. They're a phenomenal band. I wouldn't exactly call them up-and-comers when we're talking about small bar shows and stuff like that. But I'm from Seattle, where we are right now, and there's a lot of great bands in the scene, and it's a tough town. So off the top of my head, there's a band called TikTok Man that's real good. There's a band called Cascabel that's real good from Seattle. And these are Narrows, which are some of the dudes from Botch.
I love Botch.
Yeah. So there's a lot of good bands around the area, and the only advice I could give to anybody, again, is just do your thing, and grind.
You guys want to swing a little bit?
Yeah, I kind of do.
It's like happy time with Chiodos. So if we can go with this happy theme, what is because Warped Tour has been around forever, and I'm definitely sure you guys have attended
20
it.
years next year.
So out of all your viewing experience, what was your favorite experience at Warp that's really left a mark with you?
Viewing or experiencing?
Viewing.
Viewing. I went in Michigan I can't remember what year it was, and I went and saw a band called Small Brown Bike, and they're from Michigan, and that's pretty amazing to see a local band on the stage, and it kind of cemented in my head the fact that I knew I could get there.
I'm going to have to say 98, 99, I don't remember what year, but it was in the Kingdom parking lot right after Slim Shady LP came out, Eminem.
Nice. Michigan.
Yeah.
Representing.
Yeah. And so, Warped Tour this year, everyone's releasing their new material, promoting their new material.
Right.
So, for you guys,
We're not.
you're not, but there's 1,000 bands, and it's really hard to choose which band to go and see. So if they could only had time to see one song at Warped Tour, because you still have 60 days to go, what one song should they definitely see you guys play?
I would say come see our new song, which is called Expensive Conversations in Motel Rooms.
Go. We don't want to keep you too long. We hear there's food, or you might have just eaten. So, but I leave these interviews with one very specific question because, when we were a kid, we were growing up, a lot of people said you should learn one lesson of the day. So for everyone out there watching, what would be your lesson of the day or fun fact that you would give them that they should take home and tell their parents?
And tell their parents.
I actually learned this from my father that is here today.
It's Father's Day tomorrow.
Yeah, he got a little shout out today. But for the most part, be safe, behave, and be great.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with the thing that I always really say, and that's learn to love yourself, forget everything else.
Yeah.
All right, and now I'm dramatic angle change, and I'm TJ Rogan from Overmind.com, and this was Chiodos.
See you guys soon.
Little Mermaid's right up there. It is, yeah. What else?